And Aquarius, let's take a look at what's going on for you for this full moon. All right, so what is happening for you, Aquarius, during this full moon? I actually was feeling this card here. Boom. Sometimes that's the way it goes. All right, so Aquarius. Interesting. I want a little bit of clarification around this. So, oh, I'm feeling that card. Okay. So I definitely am getting relationship vibes for Aquarius, like with whoever is watching this. Like, again, this isn't going to speak to every Aquarius, but I want to make sure that I speak to this for any Aquarius that's dealing with a relationship, kind of like a romantic style situationship, relationship, whatever it is, right? So what we have here going on is the Ten of Swords, you know? So there is like, if you've been going through cyclical arguments or like cyclical things that are just like, you're kicking a dead horse, like you've already talked about this ad nauseum with somebody, and it's like, there's no change. Like it seems like you guys are at an impasse and there's nothing actually happening. You need to let it go. You need to be the one who's like, okay, well, if nothing's going to change, I'm going to make the decision to step away from this. Then this is not actually working for me and it doesn't work anymore. Your spiritual advice that's coming through is a Page of Swords. Like there's something that you need to actually look into and I'm not talking about going into people's phones. If there's something that you need to look into in terms of like, well, no, I'll come back around to that because I'm talking about relationships right now. There's some research that you need to do. There's something that you need to know. And I think that you're scrutinizing and looking at things in a really more intense way. And part of what's involved in this particular situationship or relationship is the give and take. So is this actually something that is has equanimity in it? Is this something that is balanced and that is working for you? So, doing a lot of talking in a short period of time. If this is not relationship based, Aquarius, what I'm going to say is that either a project needs to be killed, or that a plan that you had that you've been holding on to, where you're just like, but if I could just make this work, is not actually working. You know, you need to recognize what's not working. Once you realize what's actually not working, you can move on to the next stage. You can do some research and you can actually change the situation and find a way where it works better than the previous plan that you had laid out before, but currently in its current state is not working. So, but you're creating more stress and more problems for yourself by holding on to this shit, whatever it is, and you need to actually let go of that and actually open yourself up to other possibilities. Okay, and in the process of looking for these other looking into those these other possibilities, you need to make sure that it's fair in the contract. So if it's business related, blah blah blah, right? If it's person to person, if it's whatever it is, make sure that the give and take, make sure that it's balanced and that you're not giving away too much of yourself, and that you're also not being somebody who's taking too much, because it'll bite you in the ass later. So make sure that you're really looking at that as well. That's what I've got for you, Aquarius. Now we're on to